Welcome to Uncook Podcast. Today's episode is Japanese related, but it's quite specific because it's dialect, Wakayama dialect. And I'm originally from Wakayama, and there are some phrases that only people in Wakayama know. So outside of Wakayama, people don't understand what we're saying sometimes. And I've just realized that while I was in the UK, people are very proud of their accents and dialects. I think none of them are like, oh, I'm ashamed of my accent or dialect, so I'd like to change it to, I don't know, for example, like clear, comfortable British accent. I think no one is like that, and they're quite proud of their own accents and dialects. So I thought, wait a minute, how about in Japan? I grew up in Wakayama, but my accent is not 100% Wakayama accent. So I thought it's a good idea to share it to the listeners of Uncook Podcast about some Wakayama dialect, like some words that only Wakayama people know. And today I'm going to teach you that's erai. For example, I could say that's very Wakayama accent. That's 今日は背中痛めてえらいわ I feel strange to say that because it's very Wakayama and I'm supposed to speak in English, so but yeah, 今日は背中痛めてえらいわ that means today I injured my back and that's very hard or that's very tough. So people in Wakayama use erai as tough or hard, or for example having a hard time. If they say like eraiwa, that means I'm having a hard time, or it's tough, that kind of thing. However, outside of Wakayama, erai means great, or well done, or you did it well. For example, あの子はいっぱい勉強して偉い That means that child studies a lot and that's very good. So in that case, 偉い is very good or well done. But in Wakayama, 偉い also means well done or good. But we also use it as tough or having a hard time. So as I said, 今日は背中痛めて偉いわThat means I injured my back and it's very tough. And I think some Japanese listeners, especially students of Uncook, they would laugh a lot when they hear me saying this phrase because it's not really usual that I speak 100% Wakayama way of saying. But yeah, my grandparents speak with Wakayama accent and they know a lot of funny phrases and words, and I have the idea. I know most of them, so I thought it's a good idea to share it to people who live overseas, not only in Japan. It's time for Wakayama to spread overseas by Uncook Podcast. So what I wanted to say today is erai. That's supposed to be great or good, well done, you did it well. But in Wakayama, we say erai as tough, hard. And that's actually true. I said 今日は背中痛めてえらいわ That's true. That happened this morning to me, unfortunately. After shopping, I was just carrying lots of plastic bags and going upstairs to my apartment, and my back literally died and I'm actually at school, and I'm teaching later on, but I'm actually having a painkiller to soothe my back. And yeah, that's very erai. It's very tough, and I hope it gets better soon, but I don't know, maybe it takes long to recover. Okay, so today is erai, and I'd like you listeners to use this phrase when you come to Japan, and when you're fluent in Japanese, then it's time for you to use some Wakayama dialect, and you need more information about Wakayama dialect from Ankook podcast. Okay, so keep on listening and share this information to your friends and family and anyone you know, like co-workers or even your boss. Okay, all right, so if you have any questions, I'm happy to have your messages. It's really nice. It's a good chance to improve the school itself and also the podcast itself. Okay, so that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to Ankook podcast. If you have any comments, don't hesitate to leave a message. Your comments will make the podcast better.